What's up, beautiful people? Um, so I'm just reaching out for public awareness and, for my beautiful people out there that are essentially raised as Muggle people. That's what I known when I was psychically held in a town full of Trumpers. I do know that he went ahead and he won presidency again. I did go ahead and I did contact the Senate in the Illinois because I asked to see if I was still going to be protected, even though he just won presidency again on this timeline or whatever the fuck quantum. Because I asked last time, because I was psychically pulled and rewired to a town in Arizona. So I wanted to know if I was still going to be safe with him being a president in the United States again. Because last time I got forced to a town with that of Trumpers, forced against my will and psychically held, and being forced to be able to rewired, pretty much essentially just people abusing the metaphysical arts, telerizations, and Mother Earth, and the ability that you get from plant medicine. I did get away a couple times. I ended up getting away and ended up getting raped by somebody. And because I was so scared of this town because the remote viewing and so I let the guy rape me essentially. And it was just because I was so afraid of what they're going to do with the metaphysical arts onto my being. But I went ahead and I called twice. I called first right when the presidency just went. And then I think it was a week later because she didn't have an answer for me, the lady, when I talked to the Senate office in Illinois. Because I wanted to know, even though, because last time when he was president, obviously I ended up getting pulled to a town, psychically held, rewired, psychically held my consciousness so much that I wouldn't even contact my own family and my own loved ones. So it's almost like my free will was not, like I wasn't just communicating with my family because that was my free will, but I was being held psychically by telerizations and the abuse of metaphysical arts. But I'm a survivor, baby. I'm a survivor. So it's just when I was in this town and they considered the depowered citizens as muggles, and I didn't understand what that meant until understanding people that are raised in their power and raised with understanding of creating images, clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, remote viewing, telerizations, transferring image and making reels in the mind, clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, and these divine things and gifts. Because some of the ones, like such as myself, being in public school, raised to be depowered and controlled by families that are actually in their power, and by that of other people from other countries that come into the United States, and able to control the Muggle people. And pretty much just get the run of the mill of however they want to abuse the depowered American citizens, which I'm pretty sure obviously I was, I'm one essentially, and I don't know what kind of deal this president has with other countries for other people to come and rape our citizens or fuck our citizens and be allowed to, I guess, he's probably just selling the public school children or something like that to other countries. Like, hey, you could fuck up these Americans. These are our slaves. And then, of course, obviously, switching out the mind's eye, different forms of metaphysical arts and the knowledges of these things. I do want to let you know that there is placements for that. You can learn the metaphysical arts without torturing and tormenting that of American citizens. You have the capability of uplifting the consciousness and being able to pull people together and not, trained just to be able to psychically hold their consciousness and abuse them and separate them from their families that is psychically keep them protected as well. And then depowering them and forcing them in a form of enslavement. So I just want to say, shout out to my Muggle people. What's up, baby? Do your visualizations, do your practices. And I know that I keep having to come back into myself and being like, I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. I've been forced with a lot of these things as far as hierarchies and, there's been some amazing stuff, I'm not going to lie, like where people learn dreamscape and these great things. However, again, it's come into your power and come into your knowing, change people, places, and things. Well, because I mean, obviously, presidency does mean a lot. And it does actually mean a lot as far as the community that you're in, because it's either they help protect you and keep you safe, or they help enslave you. Obviously, when I was pulled out to Arizona, that was a form of enslavement by the abuse of metaphysical arts. And this goes for essentially all mutts, all of us mixed race people. We're pretty much the easiest ones because we be taken away from our cultures and being taken away from ceremony and plant magic and stuff like that, and it's easier to isolate and harm that it makes people. I don't know if it's just like you got to be lineage to Native American, and that's the reasons why or something. But if you're able to look at other people from other countries that come in the United States that have imaging, clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, they're able to transfer image, create image. They're able to. That's because their country loves them. That's a beautiful country. However, if you're obviously in America and you're a public school, I'm sorry. I love you. You're beautiful, you're powerful, and you're amazing, and you still have the opportunity of coming in your power. And be mindful of the people that you're around, because there are some that everyone wants to be the mob boss. Nobody wants to be the slave, right? So especially if you got families out there that are multimillionaires and they got hive mind, collective minds, and they got all these things. It's easier to isolate and enslave somebody. So I love you, and stay away from towns that want to take your love away from that of Black brothers and sisters, Latino brothers and sisters, Indian brothers and sisters, Polish brothers and sisters. Like, you got to definitely be mindful of the towns that are gonna force rewirement on your being, and hold your consciousness. Look for symbolisms. I think I relatively was really good with the masonry. It's the one with like this and the thing under. The Masons typically, I think they keep community safe. However, there are other groups out there that do isolate and attack. So I think I'm actually okay with the Masons. But there is many, many, many groups of everything, because mine falls under Christianity too. And of course, my Muslim brothers and sisters I love. But just be mindful. And I love you, and I'm putting out awareness. And so if you're too Black, obviously they'll send you to Arizona. If you love Latinos too much, they'll hold your consciousness, and they'll rewire that too. So I love you.